CE mark is something that you'll see on the packaging of a toy, and it shows that the toy complies with European safety standards. What that means is that during both the design and the manufacture of the toy, that all the safety standards have been adhered to. So it's really important that anything that you do buy for a child has a CE mark on it. The most important thing to look out for if you're buying a toy for a child is that there is a CE mark on the packaging, and also to make sure that it's not a fake one. So sometimes manufacturers will just fake a CE and put it on the packaging. Other things to look out for: the name and the address of the manufacturer should be clearly printed on the packaging, and any instructions should be in English. So if they're in another language, you should be very suspicious and really think twice about buying it. Also, if there are guidelines in terms of the age that it's suitable for, so if it says, you know, not suitable for 0 to 3, but then somewhere else on the packaging it says 7+, that might be the sign that the manufacturer is just trying to give the impression that they've met safety standards when in fact they haven't. Obviously, there are loads of places that you can buy toys. You can buy them from retailers, you can buy online. You get a lot of street traders around this time of year as well. Really, the most important thing when you're buying toys is you make sure you're buying from reputable traders, because what you do see is that toys that don't comply with safety standards are more likely to be sold maybe online or through pop-up shops or sometimes with street traders. So buying from a reputable trader means that it's more likely that the toys themselves are safe, but also if something goes wrong, so if it's faulty or if it breaks down after Christmas, you want to be able to bring it back and actually return it, and you may not be able to do that if, you know, the trader is closed up. We would ask that you get in touch with us. So you can call us on our consumer helpline, which is 1890 432 432. We're the Irish point of contact for a European-wide product safety system. So if an unsafe product is found in another member state, we get notified, and we can then pass on information to Irish consumers so that they can look out for these items in their own home. The other role that we have in relation to product safety surveillance. So we can actually impound items that we believe are in breach of product safety regulations. We work really closely with customs, so if customs detect consignments of goods coming into the country that they think might be in breach of product safety, we send our inspectors down to the port to have a look in the containers and see what's there. If we find things that we believe are in breach of product safety regulations, we can force the importer to return them to the country of origin. And we would seize goods on a fairly regular basis in Dublin Port. So these are some toys that we seized that we've found serious product safety problems with and issues. So I might start with this dinosaur here. So he has a tag on his leg, but it doesn't have a CE mark, so you have no way of knowing whether it meets any safety standards at all. The other thing is all of the instructions are in another language, so you can't read the name or the manufacturer's address, and you don't actually know if there's any instructions for it as well, so that would fail all the safety standards. Also, these little guys here, these pieces of plastic are very easy to pull off, so they would represent a choking hazard for a small child, and 3 of those all have the same problem. And then this one has a number of issues that consumers would need to be aware of. So one of the things it has is, it looks here like it has a CE mark, but that's actually a fake CE mark. The C and the E wouldn't usually be that far apart. Now you can go onto our website, ccpc.ie, and see what a real CE mark should look like. The other thing about this as well is it has some odd instructions here on the back. So it says here, do not shoot towards human body if the product consists of shooting function. Now there's no shooting part, so again it looks like an attempt to give some kind of impression that it's met safety standards, when in fact it actually hasn't. It gives a country of where it was manufactured, but it doesn't give the manufacturer's name or the address, so there are a number of issues with that. So this little doll has a number of product safety issues, and the first being that there's no CE mark anywhere on the doll, and there wasn't when we found her either. Not very good. Her entire hair comes off. It was just stuck on with a bit of sellotape. These little pieces of hair are a choking hazard for a small child. Also, there's another choking hazard here, in that this button very easily pulled off as well. And also, the back of her head, there's a hole here. A very small child could actually break their fingers on something like that. So there's a number of fairly serious issues with this toy. The warning around the age is contradictory. So one part it says it's not suitable for children under 3, but in another part it says 4+. So it would be very hard as a consumer to determine whether that would be suitable for a child of a certain age. The other thing is that it doesn't have a CE mark on the back and there's no manufacturer name or address. Best thing to do is to find out what you really need to look out for when you're buying toys. So you can go onto our website, ccpc.ie, and there's loads of information there about the types of things that you should be aware of, including how you might spot a fake CE mark on a product, and then just some general hints and tips about product safety, but particularly in relation to toys.